This is the Sri Ramana Maharshi satsang, a time to listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Know yourself and be always free and at peace. Welcome. I'm Richard Clarke, hosting this satsang. I'm not a guru or a teacher. I love this teaching, so just want to share it. I'm reviewing and commenting now on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. This week is talk 140. It's a short talk, but lots of content. The devotee asks Ramana, "What is reality?" And Maharshi says, "Reality must always be real. It is not with forms and names. That which underlies these is the reality. It underlies limitations, being itself limitless. It is not bound. It underlies unrealities, itself being real. Reality is that which is. It is as it is. It transcends speech beyond the expressions like existence or non-existence, etc. In this conversation, the seeker is asking Sri Ramana Maharshi about the nature of reality. Ramana responds by elucidating the fundamental nature of reality. First, he says, reality must be always real. Ramana begins by stating that true reality is eternal and unchanging. It is not subject to the impermanence of the material world. This underscores the idea that reality is not a fleeting experience, but something permanent and enduring. It is not with forms and names. Reality is not defined or limited by forms, physical shapes, and names, linguistic labels. Ramana is highlighting that true reality, called Brahman, the vast absolute, exists beyond the senses, mind, and language. It cannot be confined to any specific shape or labeled with words. It cannot be comprehended by thought. Underlies everything. The concept that reality, Brahman, underlies everything means that it is the foundational essence of all that exists. It is the unseen power that supports and sustains the visible world. By recognizing this, you can begin to shift your perspective from the superficial appearances of things to the underlying truth, the reality. Limitless and unbound. When Ramana speaks of reality as limitless and unbound, he emphasizes that it is not constrained by any boundaries, whether they are physical, temporal, or conceptual. Reality is beyond all limitations, transcending any human attempts to confine or define it. Transcends speech. Reality cannot be adequately described or captured by words. Words are inherently limited and can only point to objects, concepts, or experiences that fall short of capturing the full depth of reality. By transcending speech, Ramana suggests that reality is a direct and profound experience that goes beyond the limitations of language. Ramana said, knowing reality is more akin to feeling than thinking. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. And now a video from Nome, eternal and real.
Here is happening with your microphone. It's dropping out. That which is real is eternal. When you go back and listen to your thing,
Okay.
It's like you're saying words, but
aspire to realize the eternal. What is eternal? Whatever appears disappears. And between those 2 points in time is actually completely unreal. That is, if it has a beginning and if it has an end, it did not truly exist in the middle. What is eternal? It must be changeless, for we perceive all changeful things come to an end. What is changeless and eternal? Discern, discriminate, and regard only the eternal as real, and consequently only the eternal as yourself. The eternal self cannot possibly be a body. And the realization of the eternal self does not depend on anything bodily. It has no bodily characteristics. It has no bodily location. Regard only the unchanging, eternal as yourself and not the body. What is eternal? Is there a thought that is eternal? Inasmuch as thought always pertains to what is objective, it cannot be eternal. So, aspiring to realize the eternal, do not depend on thought or any mode of mind. The ever-existent is the eternal, without beginning, interruption, or end. What is ever-existent? Existence itself never ceases to exist. It is nameless, formless, imperceptible, and inconceivable. Strive to realize the eternal. Know that only the eternal is yourself. If you regard only the eternal as the self, as the reality, you will abide free of all attachment and misidentification. What is eternal is ever existent. So the self is not something to be attained anew. It is not something waiting to be produced. It does not require a transformation of any kind. It already is. The unreal has no existence. The reality ever is. As for the apparent individual who does not realize this, that is not you. That is most certainly not eternal. It is rather a momentary hallucination, a transient figment of imagination. Only the eternal is you. Only the eternal is real. If in this manner you discern the eternal, real self, your happiness endures forever. As the eternal, you are quite free. As the eternal, your very nature is liberation. As the eternal, your peace is unending and perfectly full.
All right, now we're going to take some time, 15 minutes, to inquire. Notice that you exist, and you know that you exist. Inquire. Ask yourself, am I aware of the changing nature of my experiences? reflect on the impermanence of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. Ask yourself if there is something within you that remains constant amidst these changes. Now, ask yourself, what lies beyond my thoughts and concepts? Explore the nature of your thoughts and concepts. Ask yourself if there is something deeper, more fundamental, and unchanging that gives rise to these mental constructs. Your thoughts keep changing. Is there something that does not? Am I bound by limitations in my life, my body, my mind? Consider the limitations or boundaries that you perceive in your life. Ask yourself if within you there is something that transcends these limitations and is limitless. Dive into that. What is my true self beyond my name and form? Reflect on your identity beyond your name and physical appearance. Ask yourself who you truly are when you strip away external labels and appearances. Can I experience reality beyond words? Meditate on the limitations of language and concepts in describing reality. Ask yourself if you can directly experience the true nature of reality beyond the constraints of language. Who am I? What is the nature of my existence? All right. And let's close with a chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Now, Carol said my sound was intermittent when I was talking. My apologies.
Yeah, it seems it got better towards the end of what you were saying. At the beginning, you might want to re-record, actually.
Uh-huh.
But in no way did it diminish this satsang.
Okay. Okay. Well, the satsang is really not about what I say.
Now, what you say in reading Ramana is pointing the way at the practice which we just had, which Ramana always has us point in,
Right.
go in, and the way we ended this today for me was beautiful.
That's good. That was the next thing I wanted to ask. How do you like this approach to the meditation, the inquiry?
It's good.
You're muted, Evelyn.
I did like it. Yes, well, like's hardly the right word, but I have my beautiful picture of Ramana that while the speaking is going on, having that face reflecting my inner self just adds
Yes, that's great.
a tremendous amount.
Yes, yes. And, we certainly, this group ought to be able to stand a few more minutes of inquiry, I think. And I think good suggestion, Richard.
Yes, thank you.
And when we look at the background there, we're right in the hall.
Yes,
There with you, Richard.
That's right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it
Soon
was,
I hope to be sitting right there.
that's right.
Oh, wow. Such a blessing.
Yeah. Yes. Beyond words.
Mhm.
Now, are you going to try getting the stool to sit on? Or
I
you
don't know. I'm still practicing.
Practicing.
I found a YouTube thing that says, here's what you do if you want to sit on the floor.
Oh,
Okay.
everything's on YouTube, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Everything.
Did it
That's
say?
crazy.
That's how determined I am. Actually,
That's good.
I'm better than I thought. I haven't lost it completely. My
Very
butt's
good.
a little bonier, but
Yeah, I was wondering if one of the recommendations is to be 40 years younger.
well, yeah, that would help. But even then, I couldn't. That's too heavy.
Interesting.
But God didn't seem to care.
Uh-huh. So if you're wondering about what is real, this is a uh, good thing from talks just to read through in case you have any questions. For me, the key to it is that what is real is what is always there. And something is that's not a thing is always there.
It's the essence without beginning, without end,
Yes,
changeless, eternal, infinite, undescribable.
yes. So imbibe in the essence, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.
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 Thank you, Richard.